So I get hit up a lot of times for people asking me about organization and productivity stuff. So I decided that I would just create videos that way they can be disseminated to whoever needs to know about them, people I know, people I don't know, because organization and being productive is something that we're not taught. You don't sit down and take a class on this. It's stuff that you just kind of pick up over time and you learn from different people. Some people don't learn until way later in life and they just kind of struggle for most of their adult working life, especially when you're early on in your career. So I'll try to provide really quick, short, useful tips for things that can help you be more productive or how to do what you're currently doing and maybe just amplify it or adjust it a little bit. So the first thing I want to talk about is post-it notes. So a lot of times, it says buffet, it's random. A lot of times people will take a post-it note and they will put it on their monitor, the computer monitor. The idea being, oh, I have this thought or this idea, or this is something that I need to do, so let me write it down and put it on a post-it note on my monitor. So that works for one reason, well, for a couple of reasons. Sometimes people think, well, I've written it down, so it's not in my head, which is good. That's definitely a good habit. So you don't want to rely on yourself remembering what you wrote down. It's also good because you put it somewhere where you're, in theory, going to look at it, which is your computer monitor, which is awesome. And that's kind of where things usually stop. Where people get into trouble is two main areas. Number one, they over time end up with 75 post-it notes on their computer. And if you've ever been in somewhere like a Times Square or gone to anywhere where there's any type of advertisement, after a while, this oversaturation of information, you just become numb to it. And so the post-it notes have lost basically their power. If you have one, two, three, maybe you'll probably be okay. But if you have 7, 10, more than that on your computer screen, you're not paying attention to them. What's generally going to be better is if you can make sure that you have 1 or 2 post-it notes and try to make sure that you address them and remove them from your screen within about 24 to 48 hours. If it's something that you need to do then, just do it. Write it down that you're going to do that thing, do it within the 24 to 48 hours, and then take the post-it note off your screen. If it's something that you're going to do later, then you really want to put that on like a to-do list or transfer it in some way or schedule time on your calendar to do it, because I promise you that post-it note is going to be there in a month. And if you don't have to complete that task for 3 or 4 months, that's fine. You don't need it on a post-it note. You don't need to look at it every single day because you're over time increasingly becoming numb to that information. And then when it comes to looking at it every day, sometimes that could be a good thing because it's a reminder, and sometimes it's a bad thing because then it becomes just normal. It starts to blend in. So if you're going to have post-it notes, take some time to maybe once or twice a day, just look and review and see what the notes are that you have on your screen and decide what you're going to do about them. Is this something that I need to do today or tomorrow? If so, let me schedule some time to do it. Can I just do this right now? Or just transfer all of those notes, all of those post-it notes to like a master list that has all of the tasks that you need to accomplish. I'll show later videos about things, how to do that, how to do to-do lists, but that's just my very pointed, specific advice regarding post-it notes, how to use them well. Granted, I'm not saying don't use them. I'm not saying post-it notes are the devil. I'm saying that sometimes people use them and they can work against you. So just make sure that you are using them to work for you and not against you.